I'm Chef Aaron Neale. Today we're doing sketty and venison meatballs. So let's go ahead and bang out our venison. For our venison meatballs, we're gonna need 1 pound of venison. We're gonna add 1 egg. Plop. Gonna go in with a 1/2 cup of Parmesan. Couple tablespoons of Neale's all-purpose. We're going to go in with some garlic, about 1 tablespoon. We got some Italian seasoning, tablespoon, maybe 2, I don't know. Then we're doing 3/4 cup dried breadcrumbs. Now the best way to do this is just to go ahead and get in there with your hands. You just want to mix everything up real well. Once you get everything mixed in here, you're just going to let it set for about 5-10 minutes. And what that's going to do is let those breadcrumbs draw out all the moisture in there. That way you can make a good meatball. It'll hold together better. Meat's ready to rest. Let's start dicing up our shallots, and we're going to chiffonade our basil. Shallots are diced, go ahead and chiffonade your basil. Now everything's in place, our meat's rested, we're gonna go ahead and build our meatballs. Now you can do this with like 1.5 inch ice cream scoop. I'll just build them with my hands. You can do them as big or as small as you'd like. How big do you like your meatballs? Finally got all our meatballs rounded up. See how rounded they are? Gonna come over here to our Dutch oven, hit it with some olive oil. You want this hot enough to sear these. You want it browned on all sides. You want to make sure you don't overcrowd your pan, so we're just gonna put a few in here. Should take about 1.5 to 2 minutes per side, depending on how hot your heat is. Getting close to turkey season. That's another thing we're going to be trying to do is not only are we going to cook on the Neale's Cooking channel, we're going to try to bring you some turkey hunts this spring. So maybe we can do a catch, clean, and cook for y'all. Well, that'll be a deal. Now right now, you're not trying to cook your meatballs all the way through. You're just wanting to get some good color on them. When we get good color on all our meatballs, we're going to remove them from our Dutch oven. Then we're going to start in on our sauce. And it's going to be good. The meatballs are looking real good and brown. So we're going to go ahead and pull them off. Now we're going to keep using this same pan. You don't have to do nothing to it. Just remove your meatballs. Alright, now we're just going to go in and start building our sauce. Leave the remaining oil in the pan. Grab your shallots. To help those sweat and get tender, I'm going to hit them with a little bit of salt. Then you just cook your shallots till they get tender. Now I got 3 small shallots diced in here if you're wondering. Next we're going to throw in some garlic. About that much. Gonna go in with a little dollop of tomato paste. And a little bit of spit too if you didn't catch that on camera. When you're making red sauces or any kind of sauce with tomatoes, they're real acidic, so you want to try to cut that with something. A lot of people put sugar in it. I'm gonna put a little sweet red wine. I'm gonna put a little sweet red wine. This is St. James Winery Concord Sweet and Red. I'm gonna go in with about 1/2 cup. Maybe a little more. I guess I should have tasted it first. I didn't know how sweet it was. It's good. Might have to get on that some night. Now that's cooked down. We're going to go in with our tomatoes. Unless it's the peak of tomato season, you want to use... Ooh, nice hands, feet. Unless it's the peak of tomato season, you want to use canned tomatoes. Now these are about the best that I've found. Is Cinto San Marzano. I guess that's how you say it. But those are really good canned tomatoes. They'll get a lot more flavor than an off-season or out-of-season tomato that you get at the grocery store. Those are whole and peeled. You could use crushed. I'm just gonna crush my own. Now we got those crushed up pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and throw in the rest of our ingredients. I'm gonna go in with 2 bay leaf. Fresh cut basil, about that much. Oops.
You spilled it? Dogs get it.
Dogs gotta eat too. And hit it with a little black pepper. About that much. Half a teaspoon probably. Salt.
You like a little salt?
Yeah, I like a salt. Probably why my blood pressure's so damn high. A little taste. Need a little something. A little more salt.
Now salt and pepper is usually the taste, right? Everybody's different.
Everybody's a little different on that, salt and pepper. So I just do it to taste. I do it how I like it. You do it how you like it.
Luckily, that's the way I like it.
We put our fresh basil in there. We're going to go ahead and add a couple tablespoons of Italian seasoning. That's a couple, ain't it? Now that our sauce is built and we've tasted to make sure it tastes good, we're going to go ahead and add our meatballs. Add your meatballs back into the pot with the sauce. Let this simmer for 20 or 30 minutes, and at the end of it, give it a taste. If you think you need to add some sugar or more salt or more Italian herbs, go ahead. I mean, this is all how you like things to taste, so it ain't nothing what I say in particular. It ain't rocket science. If you know a good sauce or a way to make a good sauce, just add your own ingredients. It ain't gonna hurt my feelings none. Forgot the danged old red pepper flakes. Tablespoon. Or if you want it spicier, put 2. If you don't want it that spicy, put half. If you don't want it in there, don't put it in there at all. Now we're about halfway through our simmering, and I've tasted this, and I think it needs a little more sugar. I didn't get enough red wine in mine, so I'm just gonna add some sugar.
Cup or so?
It wasn't quite a cup. I'd say a quarter to half, something. Like I said, it's all for your own preference. If you don't want it that sweet, don't put it in there. I gotta have something to cut into that acidity. Now we're talking. Simmers for another 15. Just gonna take a peek. We got our water boiling finally. Sat here and watch it for a couple hours, seemed like. Always season your noodle water. You don't want an unseasoned noodle. We did not take the time to make noodles. We did take the time to buy a box of them. Bloop. You're gonna cook these till al dente or softer if you want. Now we've had our noodles cooking 8-10 minutes. A little trick to see if your noodles are done, just throw one at the fridge. If it sticks, usually they're done. It's stuck. They're perfect. Al dente. Go ahead and drain them. Drain. Back in the pot. Hit it with just a little bit of oil, keep it from sticking. Check on our sauce one more time. I think it should be in good shape. And it is. Looking darn good. Well, everything's ready. Let's go ahead and plate one of these bad boys up. Get my noodles in the bowl. Give them a little twist so they stand up nice and tall, look good. Go in with my sauce. I'm gonna top mine with a little Parmesan, wide mouth him. Look at that old son. Baby doll. So there it is, folks. Spaghetti with venison meatballs. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Get some of that ball. It's delicious. It's real earthy. You can taste all the herbs real well. Cheesy. Moist. It took us a couple times to get that sauce right, but it's perfect. Taste the heat from the red peppers. The crushed red peppers. Salty. It's sweet. It's about everything you'd ever want in a bowl of spaghetti. That's it for spaghetti venison meatballs. I'd like to thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, please like and subscribe. If you ever like to try any of my seasonings, you can find them at nealscooking.com. But until next time, I'm Chef Aaron Neale. Good luck and good cooking.